What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my roast chicken. If you follow me on Instagram, I post these chickens all the time and I always get tons of questions on how I make them. So I decided to show you guys in a video. So to start, we're just going to spatchcock our chicken, which means we are going to cut the spine out of our chicken so that we can lay it flat so that it cooks a lot quicker and a lot more evenly in the oven. So you're going to take a pair of kitchen shears or a really sharp knife if you have one, and you're going to cut along the sides of the spine of the chicken and put it to the side. But don't throw it away because you can put it in the freezer and save it to make some really good homemade chicken stock. I have about 5 spines in my freezer that I am saving to make some chicken stock. So don't throw it away. Just cut it out, put it in a Ziploc baggie, and throw it in your freezer. Okay, so at this point, I had already cleaned and washed my chicken before I cut the spine out. So now I'm just gonna pat it dry to get ready to season it. Moving on to our wet rub. I don't really want to call this a green seasoning because first and foremost, it's not green, and I believe the ingredients to a green seasoning is a little bit different. So here I have some thyme, some green onion, some garlic, some regular onion, and some parsley, and I'm going to put the thyme, garlic, green onion, and regular onion into a little food processor and add some of that browning you see in the back, some of the jerk seasoning, and a little bit of the soy sauce, and blend it up to rub on my chicken. And then off to the side, I have the parsley, a little bit more garlic, and the lemon to make a bed for my chicken. For those of you who are not familiar with browning, I don't want to call it a sauce, but it's not really a seasoning either, but it's used to basically enhance the color of your food. You can use it in chicken dishes, you can use it in meat dishes. It literally just helps to add color. It does what it says, it browns your food. So I just add it just to help add some color to my chicken. Some people say it has flavor, but I don't really believe that it does. But I just add a little bit of that, some soy sauce, and about a tablespoon of the jerk seasoning. Okay, so before I start seasoning my chicken, I just want to make sure that my bed is ready. So I'm just laying some lemon, garlic, that parsley that I had out, and some onion onto the bed just to enhance the flavor, give the chicken something to lay on. You can use whatever you like. Sometimes I add rosemary. I just used what I had on hand today. But yeah, just spread everything out and make a nice little bed for your chicken to lay on. Okay, we are finally seasoning our chicken. Here, just for the dry seasonings, I went in with the basics: salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Sometimes I'll add Cajun seasoning, or sometimes if I want it a little bit spicier, I'll use some jerk seasoning. Use whatever you like, whatever flavors you're going for, but don't be shy whatever you do because it is a whole chicken and we want flavor to be throughout. So I'm seasoning ahead of time, and I'm gonna let my chicken sit for at least an hour, but I'm pretty sure I let it sit for longer than that just to give it time to soak up the flavors. I really like to leave it overnight, but this day I had gotten off of work and I was just, being a little lazy. So I let it marinate for as long as I could before it was actually time to start cooking. And of course, we have to go in with our wet seasoning. So I just pour some of it in my hand or directly onto the chicken and just massage it. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Get into every nook and cranny, get up under that skin, rub in like you rub a cocoa butter on your skin. Okay, girl, make sure it is in there. All right, so when you're ready to cook your chicken, you're just gonna lay it on your bed, tuck the wings so that they don't burn. I ended up just sticking mine underneath the legs of the chicken, and we're gonna put it into the oven at 380 degrees for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then later on, you'll see we'll add some butter and we'll start basting the chicken with the melted butter. Since we were cooking dinner, I figured I'd show you the whole entire meal. So here I'm just slicing up a couple of potatoes, and I'm gonna chop up some garlic, and we're going to start making some cheesy scalloped potatoes, or as DJ likes to call it, cheesy potato stuff. Alright, so into a pot, I'm just going to put about 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt. And then I'm going to add my garlic. Once my garlic cooks down a little bit, I'm going to add about a tablespoon or so of flour. This is going to help make a roux so that we can thicken the sauce that we're going to make to pour over our potatoes. Once the flour cooks down a little bit, I'm going to add some milk slowly until I have enough. And then I'm going to allow it to thicken a little bit. For seasoning, we're not going to do too much. I did some salt, some pepper, and about a teaspoon or so of chicken bouillon. And I'm going to stir that up, wait for the sauce to thicken a little bit, and that is it. To assemble, we're just going to lay our potatoes into a baking dish, pour some of that sauce over it, and then we're going to add a layer of cheese. I used sharp cheddar and then some shredded Parmesan, and then we're going to add more potatoes on top of that, more sauce, and then our last layer of cheese, which would be more cheddar and then some grated Parmesan. Why the difference? I don't know. I feel like the grated just melts a little bit better over the top and gives that cheesy crust that everybody likes, you know? Once we're done, we're going to cover it with some foil and stick it into the oven as well until our potatoes are cooked through. And then later we'll take the foil off, put the oven to broil, and let the top get nice and bubbly. As I mentioned, I like to add some butter to my pan just so that I can baste my chicken as it cooks, and over time it will get darker and darker, and when you are done you will have a beautifully browned roasted chicken. I made some asparagus on the side just so we'd have something green on our plate, and that was Sunday dinner. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I post a lot more frequently cooking on Instagram, so please do follow me there. If you are new, please subscribe. I would absolutely love to have you. Don't forget to share this video with someone you love, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.